Playing Peyton Manning has the whole building shook up.
The smartest guy I've ever had to coach against in my life was Peyton Manning. Like, I knew it was like the ultimate chess match.
The type of player that I was without having someone like Peyton that I had to aspire to be like. And I looked at him as the gold standard for quarterback play, and I still do.
Before the snap, before the defense even knew what was coming, Peyton Manning had already won. He wasn't the fastest, he wasn't the strongest, but to the greatest players who ever stepped on an NFL field, he was the most dangerous mind in football history. From linebackers who feared his audibles, to safeties who knew he'd bait them into mistakes. Legends still talk about what it was like to face Peyton Manning. And it starts with the man who battled him more than anyone else, Tom Brady.
I think that I could never have been the type of player that I was without having someone like Peyton that I had to aspire to be like. And I looked at him as the gold standard for quarterback play, and I still do. And I see all these young players that are developing in the NFL, and they're young quarterbacks, and there's nobody like Peyton Manning out there right now. And there's nobody that approached the game. And people always talk about talent, certainly at the quarterback position, and they go, oh, he's so talented. Watch this throw. You know where the talent is for a quarterback? It's right between the ears. And every quarterback in the NFL needs to be capable of throwing the ball, but the real magic of being a quarterback is when you walk to the line of scrimmage and you're processing what you're seeing, are you able to get 11 guys on offense, everybody on the same page to do exactly what you need to do against the exact defense that you're seeing? Peyton led the way in that in so many ways. I tried to emulate that. After every season, I would watch every single Bruschi and Rodney Harrison and Lawyer Malloy and Ty Law. We weren't this dynamic offense that was running up points. We were late bloomers. And we were very fortunate to have this incredible defense, and I wanted to be a better offense, and we became that, and we grew into this incredible offense as well, but it took a lot of time, it took a lot of studying, and it took someone to look up to and aspire to be, and that was Peyton.
Thank you very much.
If Tom Brady fought Peyton Manning on Sundays, Tony Dungy saw him being built every single day. As his head coach in Indianapolis, Dungy watched Peyton turn film study into a weapon, correcting veterans, rewriting game plans, and taking full control of the offense before most quarterbacks were allowed to. Dungy would later say Peyton wasn't just running plays, while he was running the entire game.
Well, Peyton was, to me, the ultimate leader because he wanted to win very badly. He wanted his teammates to be the best he could be. And so I think that's what he took the most pride in, is elevating the play of his teammates. And when you get someone that works like that, that leads that way, that takes the...
Tony Dungy saw Peyton Manning as a coach on the field. Joe Montana saw something even rarer, the standard. Montana has said Peyton didn't just play quarterback, he mastered the position, commanding the huddle, the tempo, and the moment, the same way the great ones always have. In Joe Montana's eyes, Peyton Manning played the game the right way.
What do you think of Peyton Manning? What's your thoughts?
Well, I think he's a tremendous quarterback. I mean, you look at the way he does things and goes about it. You know, he's like an offensive coordinator with a helmet on. And that's how he approaches the game, because he basically calls the plays. And he's got a lot of freedom that way and a lot of luxuries that way. And it also makes the game a little, I won't say easier, but he knows what's coming. He knows what he's planning. And sometimes when you get plays from the sideline, sometimes you go, oh my God, what is this for? You know, right. In your mind, you're going, okay, where's this coming out of left field?
He was a coach on the field. I think just his confidence, man. He was so prepared. He felt like it wasn't nothing that he couldn't handle, man. And his confidence, it bred throughout the whole team. So that's what he brought to the table.
You faced him on the opposite team. I mean, was he tough to go against?
Definitely. Probably the toughest quarterback, him and Tom, probably the toughest two quarterbacks that I ever had to go. And it's just the preparation, man. Everything we doing, they already know what we doing, and they beat you pre-snap. So that's why Peyton is so tough.
Joe Montana talked about mastering the position. Emanuel Sanders lived inside it. As Peyton Manning's receiver in Denver, Sanders has said every route mattered, every step had a purpose, because Peyton saw the field faster than anyone else. With Peyton, Sanders said if you weren't thinking at his level, you wouldn't be on the field.
I've been playing this game of football for 20-some years, and I can't find a better guy that I say was the best teammate, the best player, the best guy that I've ever been around. And that's the reason why I woke up this morning, got on a flight to come out here and support him. I wanted to be here for him. I've been very vocal in saying that I want to win a championship for Peyton because the way that he's embraced me with love, with so much energy, and giving me so much knowledge about the game of football, made me a better football player. My first year with him, I went to the Pro Bowl. My second year, I won a Super Bowl. And I contribute a lot of that to him in the way that he's handled this organization. Everyone around the locker room, from the equipment staff to the field guys to Gary Kubiak to me. He treats everyone the same. And I'm just happy that I was able to be here for him, to support him.
Just, he made everybody better. He made the coaches better. He made the players better. Everybody in the organization, Peyton made you feel like you were a part of his journey and his run. And he's just a special football player, but an even better person.
Emanuel Sanders felt Peyton Manning's standard on offense. Rex Ryan felt the nightmare of trying to stop it. One of the most aggressive defensive minds in football, Ryan has admitted Peyton Manning was the quarterback who kept him up at night, because no matter what look you showed him, he'd change the play and make you wrong.
Peyton Manning, I'll never forget, we're playing him. And I remember telling my guys, in 2006, we had a Super Bowl team. I knew we did. We had the best team in the NFL. And I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, if we keep him out of the end zone, we're going to win this game. Nah. He comes right down. They kicked 5 field goals that game. But he makes a pass in this game, and I'm just like sitting there on the sideline like it's impossible to put it in there. And he put it in there. The smartest guy I've ever had to coach against in my life was Peyton Manning. Like, I knew it was like the ultimate chess match. You're like, I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to do this. Oh, I got him with the blitz. If you got him once with a blitz, you weren't getting him again in that game with the same blitz. I can assure you. Yeah. But, I've been beat by this guy and Tom Brady more than anybody. I hope I get a shout-out when he goes in, because I gave him all those. How many times did Peyton Manning beat me? I expect a shout out, Peyton, but it's but really just an amazing competitor. But it was his preparation that I think set Peyton Manning apart.
Rex Ryan talked about the nightmare of facing Peyton Manning. Philip Fulmer saw the beginning of it. As Peyton's head coach at Tennessee, Fulmer watched him take command before he ever reached the NFL, studying film like a pro, demanding precision, and leading grown men while he was still a college kid.
Probably his sophomore year, second or third ball game, he makes a throw from one hash to the other. And I kind of looked around because it was a rope. It was a frozen rope. And I said, this guy is really special. And a lot of it was his arm strength, but it was also his incredible mind and his anticipation of how to get it out quick and exactly where he wanted it to go. And, the rest is history.
Philip Fulmer saw Peyton Manning's leadership forming early. Eric Decker experienced how demanding it became in the NFL. As one of Peyton's receivers in Denver, Decker has said nothing was casual, routes had to be exact, timing had to be perfect, because Peyton expected you to see the game the way he did. With Peyton Manning, Decker said, preparation wasn't optional. It was the price of being great.
Well, it's Peyton Manning, first of all, right? He's such a man of relationships, and honestly, for me, he's kind of changed my career in the sense that when he came to Denver, being a younger player at the time, he really helped me learn the game, learn how to study the game, learn how to be a professional, and just help me, again, just escalate my game. So here to honor him and everything he's done for the game, but also who he is as a person.
Eric Decker talked about Peyton Manning's standards on the outside. Ephraim Salaam felt them in the trenches. Salaam has said Peyton demanded precision from everyone. Protections, calls, and communication had to be perfect because Peyton trusted his offensive line to think as fast as he did.
Playing Peyton Manning has the whole building shook up. You want to talk about sphincters puckered. Everybody's walk around the complex is different. Because yes, man, yes. Because every little thing matters. Now, I'll say that. And then I'll double down and say, from an offensive point of view standpoint, when we're playing against the Colts, the defensive coordinator comes into our install room and tells us what we need to do to help them stop Peyton Manning. The only time that's ever happened was when we're playing a Peyton Manning team. No other quarterback, and I've played against them all. You name your top 4 quarterbacks that played in my era, I've played against them all multiple times. No other time has a defensive coordinator or a head coach told us offensively what we need to do to stop Peyton Manning.
Ephraim Salaam talked about Peyton Manning commanding the trenches. C.J. Anderson felt that command in the backfield. And better.
CJ, we're out here celebrating Peyton Manning. Why'd you feel like it was important to come back and support your old quarterback?
Everything he's done for me, really giving me a chance to jumpstart my career, really giving me the football mind to get into coaching like I am now. Obviously, I've been watching Peyton since I was, 9, 10 years old. I would have never imagined in a million years that I'd be back supporting him, watching him get his gold jacket. So it means the world to me that he honors me as a friend and be here, humble for him. And, it's good to see him get everything that he deserves because I've known, I can physically say, like a lot of people, I've hard he worked for it.
From college coaches who saw it coming, to receivers, linemen, and running backs who lived inside it, to defensive minds who tried and failed to stop it. Peyton Manning didn't dominate with speed or strength. He dominated with preparation, precision, and intelligence. When legends across every position tell the same story, it's no longer opinion, it's legacy. Peyton Manning didn't just play quarterback, he redefined it.